I went, I think, from feeling humiliated to feeling really scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. My name is Nasreen Al-Amin. I live in the New York City area. I'm a green card holder and I'm originally from Sudan. I was returning from Sudan where I was doing dissertation research. I hadn't planned on coming back this early, but because of this order, I decided to get on a plane. When I landed in JFK, they had just gotten word about the executive order. I handed my passport and green card to the immigration officer, who went to a supervisor to ask what he should do. And then he said, "I'm sorry, I need to send you to a separate area for further questioning." Previous policies called for that kind of screening as a Sudanese citizen, so I wasn't unfamiliar with it. But this time I was also asked to describe the political situation in Sudan, to talk about whether or not there were radical groups in Sudan, whether I knew people who had radical views. I was also asked to share my social media handles. I was then taken into a room, asked to put my hands against the wall, spread my legs. The pat down was quite uncomfortable for me. I was touched in my chest and groin area. I was then briefly handcuffed, and that's actually the point that I started crying, because even though they told me it was standard procedure, I felt at that moment that if I'm being handcuffed, that means I'm probably going to be deported or detained further. We weren't allowed legal counsel. We were told that the jurisdiction that we were in was a unique jurisdiction, and that the officers were the judge, essentially. And so I felt like my rights as a human being were suspended in that space. I feel like in the beginning I was treated like a regular permanent resident, and as the officials were receiving direction from Washington, I felt like I was literally watching a progression of how we were getting more criminalized. I came to the United States in 1993. I was 15 at the time, and I've been living here ever since. I went to college here. I've been working for many years in the United States. I consider it my home. I think I also felt in that moment that I wasn't sure if this was really something that I would want to go through again. And so I started thinking about, well, maybe I should, think about living elsewhere. And one of the things that struck me in those moments when I was feeling humiliated was that this was standard procedure. This order is a reflection of a larger trend of the criminalization of Black people, of immigrants, and of Muslims in this country. And as a Black Muslim immigrant, I'm really concerned about that, and I frankly feel scared, not just for myself, but for the future of this country.